Hello, how are you? Welcome or welcome back. If you are new, my name is Jen. I am a full-time reseller. Took the dive and quit my full-time job back in May. So we've been at it for a little bit now, and I'm going to share this little mini thrift haul, which I didn't plan. I wasn't even planning on stopping at the thrift store, but you know how that goes. I only spent $46. Wasn't even planning on spending that much. But let me tell you, like, how do you feel? What feelings bubble up inside when you're at the thrift store and you see other resellers, and not even necessarily people you recognize, but just you can tell who the resellers are. It's almost a good reality check. You know, if I go to several thrift stores throughout the week and don't see or run into anybody else that I think are resellers, you almost get kind of comfortable, like, oh, there's no other resellers in this area. I don't live in a huge town, but there's a local thrift store just down the street here from where I live. Benefits the local humane society. It can be hit or miss, but I do stop in there a lot. There were several resellers in there, but there was a trio. They were probably like in their 20s, and there was two girls and a guy. And it was almost like divide and conquer. And I get super anxious, super panicky, super rushed, super intimidated, all those icky feelings when there's another reseller in the store. Because really, I like to flip through the racks. Like, it's very calming and stress relieving to do. But not when there's another reseller in there. So it's a smaller thrift store, and there's like one row, these racks of men's clothes. So I was starting on that. The girls, women, they were over in, you know, the women's section. Well, the guy like kind of came up behind me and went past me, and something must have caught his eye, just, you know, maybe like 10 pieces of clothing down from where I was flipping through. And it wasn't rude or anything, but that was one of the things that tipped me off to that he's, you know, probably a reseller. You know, just a couple articles down from where I was about to go, he kind of put his hand in real quick because he thought he saw something that was good. And then he went down to the other end, and he starts working very quickly back up, you know, towards me so he can see what I haven't yet. And then, you know, you get like uncomfortably close to each other, and it's a game of, you know, game of chicken, who's gonna, you know, stop and go around the other person first. And I was just very calm and slowly moving through, and I didn't move, so he went around me. Anyway, I have to mentally tell myself, be like, relax, breathe. Number one, you don't know what kind of things they're on the hunt for. And two, like, really have confidence in your knowledge. And that's always what I tell myself. Be like, relax, calm down. Even if you go through the racks after them, be like, you have knowledge that they don't. I mean, they probably have knowledge that I don't, but that's what I do, just to kind of reassure myself. I did get a couple articles of clothing, and once they left, you know, I calmed down a little bit and just took a look around, you know, really looking at, you know, details of things, and not, you know, flipping through so hurriedly. So let me show you the couple articles of clothing that I got. So this shirt was from the men's section, and it was actually one that this other person had skipped over. And again, this might be one of those things that they're just not on the market for, but I love vintage Eddie Bauer. And this is kind of like a heavier material, long sleeve. It's got the vintage Eddie Bauer tag there. It says Elkhorn Twill. Ooh, I didn't look up comps or anything on this. I just grabbed it because I like vintage Eddie Bauer. It is a men's extra large. I just think it's got really nice color to it. I like that. So, the clothes at the store are only $2. Shoes here a second. This next article of clothing, they actually came and put it out on the racks right after those other people left. And I saw, as she was putting it on the rack, I saw the back of it, and I saw that it said Ariat, and I was like, oh. So I'm like watching where the worker, the volunteer, put it, and I went over and grabbed it. So it is a women's, and it is a size small, but I still get excited when I see, you know, this brand, and for $2 I picked that up. It's got like a nice floral pattern to it. Okay, so they have a new with tags rack, and they were actually running a sale that it was half off. So these jeans were marked at $8. I paid $4, and the reason I picked them up, again, because they're new with tags. They're J. Crew. You see on the tag here, value $115 on the tag. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can make money on my $4. All right, a pair of shoes to share with you, and then I'll show you what's in the bottom of this box. I think I might just take the camera and do an overhead view. So the shoes were also half off. I don't like to pick up a ton of shoes, but these caught my eye, and I did look them up. I'm like, oh, these would be good. So the price tag on them was $8, and again, they were half off, so I paid $4. And on the back, it says Maine hunting shoe, and then you can see underneath there, it says LL Bean. So I am also a LL Bean fan. I think their quality is great. A lot of their stuff has really great resale value. Made in USA. It says L9 on the bottom there. So I think that'll be a nice flip on those. Okay, so as I'm taking my deep breath and walking back through the store and looking at things, there was this corner shelf and had all these like little figurines on it. Didn't think anything of it, and I was like, well, let's just see what the bottom says. Let me grab one here. I'll just grab this one here. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Okay, so here's just this little Native American figurine. So I look on the bottom and it says 75 cents. And I, move the sticker just to see like, hey, what's written on the bottom? What do we have here? So the name of this particular figurine, it says one who lifts spirits. And then down below it says 1996 Enesco Corporation. So Enesco makes like figurines and stuff like that, designed by Karen Hahn. Oh, I love this one. She's got like the horse necklace on, and like the horse kind of wraps around her like that. This one also 75 cents. This one is called She Who Reigns Power. And then, so there was also this thing here. It's like this little lighted arch. And so I looked at the bottom of this, and there it says Friends of the Feather, 1996 Enesco Corporation, designed by Karen Hahn. So that's what I used to look up. I looked up Enesco Friends of the Feather, and there was different lots, some small lots, some larger lots, of these figurines. And I'm like, hello. So let me show you how many I found. Okay, so here's the bottom of that box. And these were all marked either like 75 cents or $1. And some of these are super cool. Oh. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I love that. So this one was $1. And there, so this one, Friends of the Feather, Spirit of Wisdom, 1999. So there's like different dates from the 90s that these were done. Yeah, some of these are just super cool. Oh, I love that. Let's see. Oops. Some Spirit of Strength, 1999. And there was a couple that I'm not sure went with this set. Like this one here, that doesn't look like it goes with the set. And I didn't even bother to check underneath the sticker. I'm just going to grab that one too. I'll probably list it separately because I think it's something else. Okay, so this is a Homco made in Sri Lanka, and There was a second one with that. Oh, here she is. So I think that I'll probably sell those two. Those two went together. And then this guy here, I wasn't sure. He looked like he might not be a part of this set. I might have to Google Lens that. Whatever it used to say there, I'm not sure. Look at that. Perfect harmony. There's a cute little baby. Oh, okay, so these are only on one hand. Hold on, let me see the footprints there. So that like sets in there. Same with this dude, he'll like sit there. So those pieces are really cool. All right, now I'll carefully pick it up. Let's see what the bottom of that one says. So that one's actually like a 3-piece. Oh. How do I know if that's part of the same set or not? Because there's another one here that like they sit in the footprints of it. Those might not be part of the Friends of the Feather set, but they're cool. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Spirit of Woman, 1999. So let me count up how many of the Friends of the Feather figurines we have here. Oh my gosh, I had to show you this one. Look at this. Only one sitting on her. Oh, that's adorable. And it's a spring peeper. Oh man, so cute. Okay, so I have 30 of the Friends of a Feather figurines, plus this archway thing here, plus these 3-piece ones. These 2 plates were not marked, but they were only $1 a piece, so I thought those were cool as well. I grabbed those. So for the amount I paid, it should be a very easy flip. I'm going to list all the Friends of the Feather ones together in one lot, pack them up very, very carefully. Doesn't matter how many other resellers are in there. If you have knowledge that they don't, you have no reason to be intimidated. Take a deep breath. Have confidence in what you know. There is one other item I wanted to show you. I got this last week at this same thrift store. So there's a room in the back with like miscellaneous stuff. And so on the shelf, I wasn't even sure what I was looking at. And they wanted $25 for it. And I was like, $25 isn't a thrifting rate I like to pay. No, yes, I understand the concept of paying up for things that are worth it, which I ended up doing in this case. So this is what I saw on the shelf. I mean, there was something in it. I'll show you that in a second. But like, this is what the outside of the packaging looked like. Nothing fancy, nothing splashy, nothing that was like, hey, you should look that up. Oh my God, I don't know what it is. I'm not even sure why I did. And there's the tag. They wanted $25 for it. So I looked at the bottom here and it said Miller Fall Protection, Miller by Honeywell. And I could see inside, like there was this harness. Oh. And not only that, it had a cool like flag print on it. So brand new Miller Aircore Universal size large. Actually, quick, looked it up and I was like, oh, I think this could be good. So I bought it for $25. I bring it home. My husband takes one look at it and he's like, you are not selling that. I said, what? Why? He's like, because I've been looking for one of those. He's like, they were too expensive and I didn't buy it. I'm like, I'll sell it to you for a good price. I was so excited when I like found the comps. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really good. He's like, yeah, you're not selling that. So my husband does HVAC work. And usually when there's a job like up on a roof, he'll hire that out to have somebody else do it. But he had looked into getting like the proper equipment and gear so that he can get up on the roof to do the work. So yeah, I think he's gonna end up keeping that. But again, just to show, I mean, the more knowledge you can just soak in, I'll tell you what, I'll never pass something that looks like this again without taking a second look. So just wanted to share those cool finds. Keep learning, keep being a sponge. Don't be intimidated by other resellers. And they were probably very nice. Like, there was no reason for me to feel that way. It's just, don't tell me how to feel. So thank you for tuning in. I am going to start working on getting these listed. And hopefully in a soon what sold video, I can share that I sold these. Fingers crossed. All right, have a good one. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.